Well, howdy, y'all. Just sit right down there and we'll tell us a little story or two if you want to hear one. This one's called A Believer's Dream. I think I had it on here one time before, but it disappeared. So we're going to do it again. Um, a Believer's Dream. Along the sunset beach he walked. The maiden called his name. He knew not who she was, or from where she came. Her lingering voice held steadily in his mind. Her image became quite clear. It was enough to know she was a lady that held so much fear. How could he help? He did not know which direction which to travel. Unfortunate was he, no job, no purpose, no family, his own ills to unravel. Yet, on she continued calling his name, even in his sleep. His heart in pain, her anguished voice cut extremely deep. He could stand it no longer, traveling at dawn of the new day's light, seeking his answers, searching for the maiden and her sympathetic plight. Armed only with a sword, his wits and his mighty silver shield, traveling ever onward over mountains and wildflower meadows and fields. The night of the fullest moon, under a cascading fall he slept. An eerie feeling upon waking, he felt the tears she wept. Through the moon's glow, a tormented face in the darkness of the skies. Silver tears formed in the oval surface, transforming into a pair of eyes. Golden yellow, the color of wheat, shimmering in a sun-drenched field. Hair the color of honey, only a hint of darkness revealed. A gentle touch upon his cheek, hands soft as the lightest breeze. Time's past, time's future, time now, a harsh wind through the trees. He must find her, this he knew, for time was ageless nevermore. Unattainable his quest did seem, but he would find what he searched for. Clues were his need, but where to begin, this he did not know. But in his dreams that night, the way was plainly shown. Shaped as a maiden's tears, a golden firefly captured his soul, and through its blazing wings, a map of which way he should go. Traveling east day after day, weary and all alone, so many times he wanted to quit, but the firefly urged him on. The village of Argiana, unseen, surrounded by an unnatural thick fog. Approaching cautiously, met by a pack of mystical dogs. Fangs the size of an elephant's tusk, balanced against the ground, as sharp as the claws upon their hands, and their heads turned round and round. A thunderous roar, and throughout the land vibrated a deadly pitch. To and fro, back and forth, aye, and it had to be the witch. Riled she was, no doubt, to make the earth tremble so, and in the one-room school, the council set forth to vote. Princess Tarashina should be sacrificed. Aye, that is why the witch appeared. Give her up, I say, and the darkness will disappear. We cannot leave where we're surrounded by our underlings. And what of tomorrow? What other horror does it bring? To the east her dogs, but not ordinary. Oh no, or special breed. Unearthly wolves, if that's what they're called. Never before the kind seen. A whispered voice, then another, and soon many more. Till one after the other thought of the day before. Outside help they were needing, if his long siege was to be resolved. Larasso volunteered for his trouble. His head had been chewed off. Blown in by turbulent wind it came, then was quickly gone. It was a skull, or little left, but the witch, spine-chilling whisper lingered on. Yes, I agree. He's right. It is our only recourse. Why, we cannot even escape from over the hills to the north. The dragon's one breath of their fire eats away at the skin, and their eyes discharge flames, and shivering, he said, Yes, we should turn her in. So it was decided and agreed upon the witch should decide the princess's fate. The villagers gathered, lit torches in hand, invading the castle's gates. A bloody battle. The castle's guards had not the slightest chance. Pushed back by flames of torches burning bright each time they advanced. She did not scream as they led her away. She no longer wept her tears. Fate had foretold of a true champion. His presence would be welcomed here. He could break this hold, bring peace throughout the land. But this she knew. Only alone could he stand. Only he could remove the village curse, and this was no mortal deed. Her people were traitors, and this made her tender heart bleed. So little faith in the kingdom that had once thrived. For 2,000 years, through faith, they had survived. But then the curse, Anira, plain and simple, buck teeth and eyes of dull gray, stumbled across Vinraya's tomb and couldn't or wouldn't pull away. A witch of the past buried in the cement pit beneath the old church bell, the villagers all believing they were safe because she was in hell. Not so, only a temporary sense of reprieve, for the right person could free her soul if only they believed. Anira, feeling sorry for herself, sat on a boulder, the loneliness eating away, talking softly to the wind, for no one else would listen to what she had to say. Free me, free me. Over and over, the words like a chant they were said. Release me from the cement grave, release me from the dead. And Nira's eyes shot deadly flames, the mayor's house ablaze, body and soul no longer her own. She inherited the witch's gaze. So the princess was loved by one and all. Well, she would see about that. Her skeletal fingers pointed towards the earth, and before her appeared a massive black cat. No words needed. It knew exactly what it should do, and with a mighty rumble, it split the village in two. It leaned back on its haunches, lightning to steel escaping its teeth, the smell of flesh, human blood, licking its lips over fresh meat. Her spirit flew over, enjoying this destruction she wrought. This was not even the beginning of the revenge she sought. Ah, yes, they had the princess surrounded, a sacrifice pleasing to her. Their fear outweighed their loyalty, and with a vicious grin stroked the cat's fur. For all to see, high on the mountain with a flash of light she appeared. Even the bravest of men shook with heart-gripping fear. One lone soul stood apart from the crowd, battered and bloody as well. He had braved the witch's wolves and survived her makeshift hell. The underworld maze through the poisonous swamp, her hide and seek with walking skeletal remains. So weary was he, so hungry and cold, but he continued, for she called his name. The witch spied him. Invisible hands grabbed and held tight. He could not move, though he struggled with all his might. On raven's wings he flew through the air, landing at the witch's feet. The thought ran through his mind, with such power, how could she be beat? Close your eyes, and hold them tight. Think, concentrate with all your might. It was his companion, the little firefly, the one that helped him along the way. But what now? What could she mean? For the invisible hands held him at bay. A protective force as he closed his eyes, tighter and tighter still. Power filled his body, and blue flames flew from his shield. He was surrounded by light, though her darkness still prevailed. Fire flew from her lips, and she unleashed a banshee wail. Terror struck the villagers as darkened flames ravaged their homes. Acrid smoke filled the air, and mythical creatures come above to roam. Words spoken from where they come he did not know, but from his lips with such ease they began to flow. Creatures I fear not, for in them I do not believe. They come in the night, haunting believers' dreams. Go ye away, never darken these lands again, for I have seen where I will go, and I remember where I have been. The blue flames from his shield became much more intense, and the protective light grew more immense. The witch moaned in agony as she slowly faded away. Only a true wizard knew the right words to send her to her grave. A calm peace settled once again over Aragina, the princess restored to her throne. Anira tossed and turned, awoke in a sweat in her bedroom at home. The morning sun shone brightly, gleaming off the old church bell. All memory erased of the villager's journey through hell. Upon the road he traveled, no direction to ease his mind. He wandered aimlessly onward, letting fate guide him to a find. The firefly glowed, pointing him to the barren valley out west, on to another venture, another battle, another quest. Written by me, Cynthia Clark. Thank you, and y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.